Hey everybody, welcome to the Deep Dive Show. My name is Motshegwa. Our goal with this show is to bring you and I in proximity to the people and ideas that will show us that it is possible and it can be done, and eventually help us achieve on our dreams and on our goals. Today, we have a special guest. You saw the thumbnail, you read the title, you know what time it is. She is a childhood cancer activist. She's an author. She's also a motivational speaker. She's the founder of Diaries of a Cancer Survivor. So ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming the lady that beat cancer twice and is now here to tell her story. To the show today, Nadine Motshegwa.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, my hat's off to you.
Yes.
For being a fighter. For being a fighter.
Yes,
Hey.
Mike Tyson.
For sure. All right. I wanted to just jump in real quick into the deep end, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the age of 16,
Yes.
you are diagnosed.
Yes.
Walk us through that journey.
Okay. The journey starts when I was 15, actually.
Okay.
I was at school. I was in class. I was very flexible. Yes. I wrapped my legs around my table and then I'd rock with my chair. So this one day, the
Like
chair...
how?
Yeah.
People can see my legs, but I just did
Yes, like that.
Yeah.
And then I rock with the chair.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
So the chair slipped, I fell, and then the table came, and then it hit my knees.
Oh.
Which was very weird. Till today, I still can't figure out, physics, how that's possible. It was supposed to hit my tummy.
Yeah.
Not my...
Because
the distance. Yes.
Yeah.
But it hit my knees. Okay, sharp. Got home, told my parents, we laughed about it. I'm like, hey, can I go school?
Was it like painful? Did you hurt yourself?
It wasn't painful. No, it wasn't actually. Okay. And then I think a few weeks after, the pain started. So I'd walk and then I'd feel, there's something happening. I don't understand what's going on. But I brushed it off. I'm like, it's fine. Continued walking. And then it started swelling up. So I told my mom. My mom is an African parent.
Yeah.
So my mom would sidila the lamp. And weirdly, the lamp would disappear. Her sidila, her head side would come back.
Hey.
So we're like, okay, no, maybe it's just a muscle or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But it got bad to a point where when I'd walk, my leg would freeze in a position I was walking in and then I'd fall. So they were like, no, I respect it. Got to the doctor, the doctor's like, oh no, it's just a muscle, you'll be sharp. I was put on antibiotics. It got worse.
Why do they do that though?
I don't know.
Like in the beginning, they never take it seriously like that.
I think because I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
you don't take a kid seriously, or something like that. So I was on antibiotics and then I went back to the doctor because I couldn't sleep with you. I'd put my feet on the wall thing could get into my feet at least so that the pain subsides. Got to the doctor, he tested me for everything. From HIV, diabetes, pregnancy, all of these things. But he never tested me for cancer. And then he's like, everything came back negative. I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm like, no, but there's something really wrong with me because I was losing weight also.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. And this is 6 months after the table fell on my leg. He's like, okay, taridre X-ray. They did an X-ray and then there's a black mass under my knee. He's like, now I'm a general doctor. I don't know what this is. Let me book you for GPH or check or right?
Yeah.
I was living in Francistown. So we moved to Muchudi, luckily, by the grace of God.
Yeah.
And then my appointment was the 23rd of September. If I remember, I went a day before because I was in so much pain. Got to GPH. The doctor saw me more passaging and he's like, we need to see you now. Because the receptionist was like, no, this is a private hospital. You come on the day.
Yeah.
You can't come day before. So my doctor was like, oh, no, I need to see this one. Went for a CT scan. I remember I was in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. And I'm in school uniform. So the way I was sitting after they did the scan, I can see the screen. Yeah, the scan height to reprint you, right? I can see this bone sharp, this man, there's nothing. Like
it's hollow.
Yeah, it's like someone took a spoon and dug, the vein and all of these things. I'm looking at this screen, I'm like, nah, it's that man. What's in it before? That's not me.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is not my leg. Okay, sharp. Got to the room. I'm sitting in between my parents. My mom is on my left. My dad is on my right. And he's like, I have good news and bad news. Oh, okay. The good news is we caught it early.
This is the doctor.
This is the doctor.
Okay.
Caught it early. Okay, sharp. The bad news, you have bone cancer. I have what? You know, the room just went cold. I'm like, this man is lying. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, this man is lying.
Yeah.
I'm 16. How can I have cancer?
Yeah.
And in my mind at that time, I had no education on cancer. I knew cancer is breast cancer and kids about to white people, bruh. Like, not me. And then he's like, yeah, you've got bone cancer and it's bad to a point where I have to admit you now. You're left with 1 centimeter of your bone. Crack. Okay, cool. I get admitted, my parents leave. I'm in a school uniform, I don't have clothes, right? In that operation gown. The next day, he's like, okay, operation because this is urgent.
Yeah.
So there's no time for me to process what's going on with me. And no one is telling me anything. I'm just being shipped off to the CT scan, the MRI, theater.
Were you panicking? Weren't you like, what was going on through your mind?
I was numb.
You were numb. You were just like...
I was numb because in my mind, this man is lying. This man is lying. This is not true.
It was just like denial. You
I was in denial. Went for my operation, a 5 kg tumor was removed from my leg.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, wild.
Yep. And then he filled it with cement, the hole that was there. Because the other problem we have in Botswana is we don't have a body bank. So I could have been given a bone transplant, but nobody donates anything. You know, I think it's a taboo to donate the kidney or after you pass away. So there's no bone bank or any bank. So he had to fill the hole with cement. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to put you on oral chemo because I can't have normal chemotherapy. So I was put on oral chemo, K-sharp. And then he's like, okay, no, bone cancer comes
What does that like entail?
It's a pill.
Okay.
It's like this big.
Okay.
And you take it and then you sit in one position for an hour. You don't move. You don't even talk. You just breathe for an hour. Yeah. So I was put on oral chemo and then he's like, no, bone cancer comes back after 3 years. So you'll be fine. Right? So in my mind, I still don't have education on what is bone cancer. My dad had to go and print out the pampiri that explain. I was still confused. Like, how can I get bone cancer? Because when I read it, had the bone cancer, it affects kids from the ages of 13 to 30. And active kids. Sports. I did sports, bruh. I was running, I did javelin, I played basketball, I did everything. So it affects kids that are healthy. So you can't say, I got it because I was unhealthy.
True.
Bone cancer likes those that are healthy. You know?
That's why.
Then after that, he's like, okay, you'll be good, sharp. I got discharged. 2 days after New Year, I turned 17. And then I got sick again. And these symptoms
I want us to hold that thought. I want us to hold that thought so that we carry it on from there. We're going to pause here for a break. We'll be back with Nadine Motshegwa. Welcome back, everybody. If you've watched this episode up to this point, definitely give it a like and comment below on your biggest takeaway because I think there's a lot. And subscribe to the channel. So we're here in Rapid Fire with Nadine. So question number 1 on Rapid Fire. This is just a bunch of random questions, by the way. What's your stand on pineapple on pizza or off pizza?
Pineapple. I love pineapple on pizza.
Ew.
I love pineapple on pizza, so yes, I support it.
You support it?
100%.
You can have it every day.
Yes, I can.
My problem with pineapple is that it makes the bread soggy. So
it doesn't. It
has that. It's like when you have tomatoes in sandwich.
No, it doesn't.
Has that. You know that.
But it gives the pizza that sweet taste though.
But you can have them like you can just eat them outside of the. No. All right. What is your? Oh no, not what. Who is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration. This question is always so hard for me because I don't think I have the biggest inspiration, but looking...
You do it from different people.
Yeah, but I think I'd say my mom.
Your mom.
Because, my mom, kanna. So I think my biggest inspiration is my mom because, my mom is strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom is strong. So I think she inspires me.
Took that from her.
Yeah.
For sure. What's the best compliment that you've ever received?
That my scar is beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was at a point where I didn't like showing my scar.
Yeah.
And then I think that one day I was just like, hey, guys. And then someone was like, oh, your scar is beautiful. I'm like, wow.
Did they know? Or they
They didn't know what it was. Yeah.
Wow.
Because a lot of people, when they see, they think it's like car accident or something like that. Yeah. So I think that's,
Okay. What's the first thing you notice about someone when you first meet them?
The eyes.
The eyes.
Because I believe there's a saying that the eyes are a window to a person's soul.
True.
I notice people's eyes because my eyes tell you a lot about me.
Yeah.
I can fake and say I'm happy, but then if you look at my eyes,
True.
So I look at people's eyes.
Yeah. No, that's very true.
Yeah.
Very true. All right, the last question on Rapid Fire is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at keeping secrets? 1 to 10. Jesus is watching.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say a 6.
6.
Because I tell my mom. Mama knows people's things. Mama knows people's ndabas, guys. Yeah. So I'd say a 6. Because she doesn't know everything, but
everything.
I'd say a 6.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now maybe I'm a negative 2. I'm like.
Yo, we shouldn't tell you anything.
I think I'm not bad with secrets. So, what is one thing that people don't know about you? Something that you know true about yourself, but not a lot of people know about you. Even the people that are closest to you may not know about this.
I'm a crybaby. I cry at every slightest inconvenience. At any slightest inconvenience. If I have something planned out and it goes south, and then I come out.
When you come out.
Yeah.
All right.
I am a crybaby.
Yeah.
Yep.
You cry for the soul.
I cry for everything. Even if I've been craving something and I finally get it, I cry.
Okay.
Yep.
You're very expressive.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Dope. Now this brings us to a rapid fire. All right, welcome back to the Deep Dive Show. We're here with Nadine Motshegwa. Before the break, we were talking about how the doctor said you'll get bone cancer after 3 years.
Yes.
But it came much earlier. Yeah.
Yes, so after I turned 17, I got sick all over again. And I knew these symptoms now. I'm losing weight, I'm throwing up, my leg is swelling. So I'm like, nah, something is wrong. And this is 3 months after my operation. We went back to the doctor. He's like, okay, let's do an MRI scan. I remember the results came back 2 weeks after I did the scan. And we're at home. And my dad is the one that went to pick up the results. My dad opened that envelope and his face went blank. So I'm there stressed. I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Let me read for myself. My results read that 4 tumors were found. They're all underneath my cement. The one is 10 centimeters long. The other one is 7 centimeters long. The 2 small ones are 5 and 5. So basically, they're all underneath my cement, trying to push the cement.
It centimeters like this much?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I have 4 tumors after going through operations and treatment. Got back to the doctor. He's like, this is stage 4. And stage 4 is the last stage.
The last stage.
Yeah. He's like, this is stage 4. We have to do another operation. We called the medical aid. Medical aid is like, my sister, no.
This is what we're talking about. Eh?
Yes, like, no, your money is exhausted. We can't help you. And I'm sick.
This is stage 4. It
I
has
have
to be done
stage
now,
4 bone cancer, and you're telling me you can't help me. So my doctor's like, all right, you can go home, and yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. And then he's like, but I'll try and get you into a program, Eco Marina. But it's 50-50. Yeah. So I think we waited, 4 months. I was at home. I dropped out of Form 4. Nikita Form 4, dropped out of school. I was in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk.
Walk now,
Yeah. And then my school was like, no, at least that's school. Like, don't sit at home depressed and stuff. At least come to school, mingle with your friends. Yes, I'll go
Kudos to
the
them.
test and things like that. So I did go to school. But I'm 17, in my mind, I'm there like, can I have stage 4 cancer? I'm seeing these people. What if tomorrow I don't wake up?
Did you share this with any of your friends at school or guys?
I did, yeah.
And this
I
is what's
did. I'm a
happening.
very open person. So I told them, guys, I'm sick.
How did they take it?
I lost a lot of friends, but some stayed. Because I think lack of education. When someone tells you I have cancer, you're there thinking,
Yeah,
I might get it too.
I might get it, yeah.
So
And this is like secondary.
yes.
Yeah.
So I had other friends that stayed. Maybe I had this one girl who loved pushing me in my wheelchair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lala had fun with that, honestly. So I even got to a point where I wrote what I wanted to happen in my funeral. Because I accepted it. I'm like, okay, I lived 17 years. It's fine, It's okay. Whatever happens, happens.
You wrote your program.
Yeah, I wrote gore ke batla lekese le ntseng yang, what should I wear, who should speak, all of those things, what pictures they should show.
How do you come to terms with that? Like with how are you like, okay, this is it, guys?
It just comes to you. Especially when you look at how far you've come and what you're going through also. And looking at the fact that how robali. Because you're there thinking, there's no help. There's nothing I can do. So you're like, all right, cool. Let me just write this.
Yeah.
And whoever finds it, finds it.
Yeah.
They don't find it, it's fine.
But we know you didn't die.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't. So then my doctor was able to get me into the program at Marina. I was taken to South Africa. On the 25th of April 2015, I was operated. My whole bone in my leg. Because my doctor was like, bone cancer, irata marapo. So the only way I can save your life besides amputation is basically to amputate your bone, not to amputate your leg.
Yeah. And you didn't want to get amputated.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't. So then he did that operation. I was put on treatment again. And then 6 months after, I was declared cancer-free. But then, my body was
another twist.
Yes, my body was like, we don't like this metal.
Ish.
We don't like this. We don't want this.
Okay, I want to get the time frames right. January, the cancer is back.
Yes.
And then 4 months, you're going to school. And then after 4 months, that's when you're operated.
Yes.
Upon.
Yes.
This is somewhere like in May.
In April.
In April.
Yes.
Okay. And then after you're operated, what's on the TP? And then the TP until...
The rejection happened a year after.
Oh, a year after?
Yeah, so 2016.
Okay. 2016 April.
Yes.
Okay.
That's when my body was like, we don't want this. So I had to go back. And the way my metal is supposed to be, I'm supposed to walk like you.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Yeah.
Because my body doesn't want to. So I had to go for reconstructive surgeries. So I had...
By the way, you did this way in SA?
Yes.
Yes.
So from 2016 till 2020, I had 4 manipulations, which is whereby they take you to theater, they sedate you, you're passed out, and then the doctor forcefully bends my leg. Yeah. So I had 4 of those. I had 3 plaster of Paris, which is cement. Until my toes. So imagine the pain. Your leg is used to being bent. And imagine 3 weeks being in cement, trying to get your leg straight. And it's not working because they keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And then the final operation I had was 2020, where my doctor finally realized that the problem is my muscles. So he was joining them together and electrocuting my muscles too. So a lot happened. A lot.
Okay. So you processed this from 15 up to
23.
23. The entire journey. Okay, how are you going through the stages now as a person? How's your psyche on that? How are you keeping yourself sane? What's going on? How are you going through this journey as a person?
I have this thing where I live in a box where I don't show my emotions because I care about other people. So I would lie. Like, so if my doctor would come in or my parents would call, because my parents didn't come with me to SA, where they'd call, how are you doing? And I'd be like, I'm good. How are you? And then as soon as they hang up, I cry my eyes out. So I'd lie. So I lied so much to a point where in 2019, I had a mental break where I was suicidal. I was cutting myself. I was burning myself. I would lock myself murumung and look at all of these painkillers I have and be like, yeah, we're leaving today. So I think because I don't deal with things at that moment, it broke me in 2019 finally, where I'm like, yo, guys, this is what I've been going through. I need to talk about this. I need help. Because no one came to me while I was sick or while I'm in my room and asked me, are you okay?
Are you okay?
You know, it was just
like yourself. Are you
yeah,
okay?
it was just, oh, you're in pain? Okay. Disa IV. Oh, you need this? Okay. Hey, what tests? You know? So it took a toll on me.
Yeah.
It really did.
So you had to handle all of this.
Yep.
We're gonna pause here for a break. We'll be back with Nadine Motshegwa. Welcome back, everybody, to the Deep Dive Show. We're here with Nadine Motshegwa. I almost butchered it, but I made sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Before the break, you were talking about your mental health journey, because I think that's also very important.
Yeah.
Just kindly take us through it.
Okay, so I had my mental break in 2019, right?
And you were?
How old was I in 2019? 22? 22, I think.
Or one?
21. somewhere there.
Yeah.
After I had my mental break, I was diagnosed with psychotic episodes. I was diagnosed with moderate depression. I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, which is OCD. And anxiety.
All four?
All four.
At that point?
Yeah. So apparently it stemmed from not dealing with my cancer at that time. Because, like I said, no one asked me if I was okay. No one explained anything. I never talked about it.
Yeah.
So once I broke, then all of these things came.
Hey, Maria, strong, eh?
I tried to
16 up to 20.
Yeah.
One. You broke after 5 years.
Yeah.
It takes people 3 weeks.
I know, eh? I know. Yeah.
Wow. All those four at a go.
Yes.
So walk us through each one of them individually and what they do and how they affect the body. And
okay, so anxiety is basically where your body is anxious at every small thing.
yeah.
Your mind thinks, what's going to happen? Then you have an anxiety attack or a panic attack. So with me, my anxiety was people
So you're playing
seeing,
scenarios.
yeah. So my anxiety mostly was people seeing my scar and what are people going to say. And then OCD is perfection. I want things to be put in a certain way.
Yeah.
So relating it with my cancer, I expected my life to be a certain way. And then it didn't. And then psychotic episodes is seeing and hearing things that are not there. So that's where your mind is there. It's telling you, you're not worthy, you're not beautiful, people won't understand you, people won't look at you the same.
That's psychotic episodes.
Yes, those are psychotic episodes. And then moderate depression is basically it's depression, where you have your bounds of high moments and low moments where you're super, 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 super happy and then you're super, super, super sad.
What's like the interval?
What's like the what?
What's the interval? Like you become happy for how long and then you come
So like you can be super happy for like a week and then next week you're not happy. Or it can happen in a day where you're super happy and then change.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this can happen to obviously it can happen to anybody.
Yes.
So I'm learning it from you right now, talking about the highs and lows.
Yes.
So you mean just being unhappy for no reason and being happy also for no reason?
For no reason, yeah.
Hey.
So your unhappiness, you can just be crying.
Not like waking up today, I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, no. You can just cry the whole day. Also, when someone asks you what's wrong, who irritated you, how easy you're just crying. Yeah.
It's just pain.
Yeah, it's just pain.
How are you able to, how are you dealing with it now? And what was the steps to?
I told my parents I needed help. I was like, I'm not okay. I need help. So then I went to Marina, and then that's where they diagnosed me with all of these things. And then I was put on medication.
I feel like that's very, very important what you did there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us look at our parents and we think African
They're not
parents,
going to help.
like,
Yeah.
what are they going to say
Yes.
when you're telling your
About
parents, I'm not
attention.
happy. You're not happy. It's because you're not passing, you're not studying. It's because you're not, or something.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying all of them, but I'm just kind of
Some
like
of
saying
them,
how, in a normal home it might be like.
Yes.
Right? Obviously, there's some who will jump to it.
Yeah.
How do you get the strength to tell your parents? Because I think a lot of young people are suffering, and they know they need help, but they don't know how to tell people.
My parents are very open. I think the cancer also taught them to be open. So I just went up to them. I told them, I'm like, I'm not okay. I'm cutting myself. I'm burning myself. I need help. Something
So
is
they
wrong.
didn't see this
My
before.
mom did see my scars, and then I'd lie. I'd be like, hey, ne ke kgoditse mollo maabane, le kgong e beleng, wa bona. And then mama's just like, there. It's so far away. Up your arm, really, it doesn't make sense. So after I told them, I'm like, I needed help. And then, they took it seriously.
Okay. So something I've always been curious about is like when somebody is depressed, they're feeling a lot of pain inside, but then you come and cut yourself.
Yeah.
Great. I'm trying to understand that.
Okay,
right?
so the mentality behind it, but the mentality behind it is I wanted to see if I'm still alive. So I needed to see blood.
So you were like numb.
Yeah. So I needed to feel pain. So that's how I felt pain. And that's how I saw because I'm bleeding.
How do you feel after you start bleeding?
It's like you go,
Hey.
yeah. It's like relief.
So what about the pain of bleeding?
The pain, you feel it after. But in that moment, you feel relief. Okay, this is nice.
And then afterwards, how do you feel?
And then afterwards, you start feeling pain because now you're wearing long sleeves, but then you get satisfaction from it also because when you feel that pain, you're like, oh yeah, I'm still alive. Yeah.
Interesting, eh? So if you were to go back on your journey right now, before we get into your book, because I think you will not define me. Before we get into your book, if you were to go back on your journey right now, what would you have done differently? If at all?
I would have talked about how I felt in every moment, in every step that was being taken. I would have expressed that. I would have asked, Emma Bailey, can you please explain to me what's going on? Or I would have said, I'm not okay. I need to cry. Can you give me 2 minutes to cry and then we'll go and do tests? Yeah, I think I would have done that because I feel like if I did that, I wouldn't have had the mental break I had. Yeah.
Dope. So as you're coming through all these years, and you talked about you not talking about your story in the beginning, and then you made that decision.
Yeah.
What led to that decision to say, okay, you know what? People need to hear the story. People need to hear what's going on. People need to know about this. What was that decision about?
It was in therapy. I had a therapist, a very beautiful lady. She told me that to speak, it's like you're letting the universe know and your mind know that this is real. So if you say things out loud, it makes it real. So she was like, I need to talk about it. So I talked about it, got a bang, and then I was like, okay, let me just post, and see what happens. I think the first post I put up, it blew up, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
People actually like hearing about this. Okay, let's keep doing this. And then it slowly started building to me, constantly talking about it online and seeing people's comments saying that, oh, I was going through a bad patch. Now I noticed, hey, I'm not going through anything. Hey, you really inspired me. I'm like, oh, okay. This is good. This is good. Yeah, then that's how it
That's
came.
how you started talking about it. And when did you decide to go to therapy? Because I think that's very important. Was it before or after the break?
It
The
was
breakdown.
it was after the break.
After the breakdown. Okay. Then you're like,
I'm like, yeah, no, I need therapy. Yeah.
What's the value of therapy? Because a lot of people look at therapy and they're like, dog, now I'm not going to be telling someone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
especially I feel like guys, we
Yes.
kind of have that thing where you're like, now I just talk to my boys.
Yeah.
And then,
No, therapy helps because it heals things you didn't know you needed healing from. So therapy, when you go to therapy, they don't focus on the problem you're coming with today. You start from your childhood, where you talk about everything you went through and people, and you start realizing, hey, that one thing that happened, go crash, maybe that's why I'm having issues, you know?
Yeah.
So therapy digs deep rather than the issue you're coming with. Because yes, you're coming with an issue, but there's other issues that you built a wall around that you didn't deal with. So therapy is very important because I also didn't know I went through things in my childhood that needed healing, you see. So
Dope.
it's very important,
dope.
yeah.
Dope. Let's go to your book now.
Yes.
Let's go to your book, The Journey, right here. You Will Not Define Me.
Yes.
Talk to us about your book. And, it says this book is dedicated to all cancer sufferers and survivors.
Yes.
Powerful. How do you start writing your book? And walk us through the journey of your book.
Okay, so as girls, we keep diaries. I don't know if you guys keep diaries, but we keep diaries.
Yeah.
So
We keep voice notes.
Yes.
I'm like.
So when my journey started, or when the table fell on my leg, I started writing about it. I wrote about it. And then it got to a point where I remember I took the diary to school and my teacher found it and read it. And he's like, you can make this a book. I'm like, oh, this is my secret. I can't make this a book. And he's like, no, you can, because this teaches people things. It gives people an insight on the first-hand experience of a cancer sufferer or a cancer patient. So it walks you through my journey through my eyes, not through someone else's eyes. So I was like, oh, okay, let's compile it and make it into a book. And yeah, it's a book.
Your entire journey.
My entire journey.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And it sounds so simple how you wrote it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that simple.
Yeah,
right?
no, it wasn't.
What did it take from you to be able to get it to the point where it is today? Because a lot of people think about writing, but
yeah, it took a lot because that's my emotions. That's me every day. That's my heart. Like I said, it takes you through my journey through my eyes. So it took a lot for me to break down those walls and say, okay, I'm letting people into understanding. I woke up and I threw up this morning. This is how I feel. This is what I'm going through. Yeah, it took a lot.
It's detailed.
Yeah, it's very detailed,
Yeah.
very detailed. And there's pictures also.
I mean, it takes a lot of stuff. I don't know what's that point that people get to.
Yeah.
For them to reveal like that.
Yeah.
What does it have to take?
I think it's self-realization that, you know what, I went through something, it's okay, I accept it, but now I want people to know. Now I want to teach people. Now I want people to understand that if a 16-year-old comes up to you and says, I have cancer, don't say, how can ga siama?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it takes a lot of realization. Yeah, no.
You have to.
Yeah, I have to.
For sure. And the work you do also at Docs.
Yes.
Walk us through.
So Diary of a Cancer Survivor was founded in 2019 after my mental break.
Yeah.
So what we do is we identify one child every month who's going through cancer and we align them with medical assistance. So I have a doctor in Sidilera, I have 4 doctors in South Africa, and we have doctors in Marina. So when you come to us with your child, we take on the case, the medical reports and all of those things. I send them to all of these doctors, and then we get you the help that you need. If you don't want to be known, we post you as an angel. That's what we call them.
Okay.
And then if you want to be known, we post you as you are. And then we get donations from the public, diaparo, food baskets and money. It could have just anything that can make your journey easier.
Yeah, I think that deserves a round of applause. I think that deserves a round of applause. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Powerful what you're doing there. Powerful what you're doing there. But I think a lot of people may not know also the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're graduating
Yes.
on Friday.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are also, I mean, you're an events planner.
Yes.
And you do so much in terms of in the space.
Yes.
You work, you do all these things.
Yes.
People might just think you're just chilling.
I'm just chilling, yeah.
Walk us through all these things that you're doing.
Okay.
Busy.
Yeah, so I have a company. It's a family company that we supply square matka, ginger, stampa, dinawa, plastic bags. I'm also a brand ambassador for a modeling agency called Juice Dolls.
Yeah.
I'm a Pan-African Game Changer member. Guys, I've won 2 awards. One from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture last year for Best Youth and Social Issues. I've won an Activism Award from SAT. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an author.
Yeah.
I'm an event specialist. Hey, what else do I do? Yeah, I think
all at this age.
Yes, I'm a childhood cancer activist. Yeah. And I just go around talking about my story.
Beautiful. I think one other thing that I'd want to get into before we wrap this up is the role of caretakers.
Yes.
Because I think for a lot of people, if somebody is taking care of somebody, they also go through a lot of that emotional turmoil. And I think it may be something that a lot of people may not look into like that.
Yes.
Because the caretakers need care.
Yes,
too.
true.
So what would your advice be to people that are caretaking for somebody that is, any kind of illness?
Yeah.
What do they need to do to show up for themselves and all that?
I think they need to be patient with the person who they're looking after. We as cancer patients, or when we're going through the cancer, we sometimes lie, like I said. We don't want to show our emotions, or we are scared of showing our emotions because we're scared of hurting you.
Yeah.
So you have to be patient with the person, and be patient also knowing what we're in pain, a lot of pain. Chemo makes you go through a lot. Not the cancer alone, but chemo also. You go through a lot of pain. So be patient with us, listen. And they also should take time to look after themselves. Because like you're saying, it takes a lot from them also to look after us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also use kind words. Like I said, I don't like that. I don't like that phrase. Because it's like, no, I'm not gonna be okay.
It's like if I ask you today, how are you doing? And I'm okay.
Yeah, you see. Like, and take time to spend time with the person. Don't ask too much about the cancer. Let's talk about different things, no? Because yes, I know don't keep reminding me because I know So be patient, listen to them, do fun things with them also. Yeah.
All right. What are some of those things that, you'd like to do in the next 3, 4, 5 years? What's your dreams? What are your goals?
I'd like to walk on my own. I'd like to walk on my own. That's the first thing. But besides that, I'd like docs to be... I wanted to have an office. I wanted to be a place where people can be like, okay, no, we want help. Because now,
yeah.
So I want docs to be something bigger. I want to see us, and me personally, I want to be... getting Botswana the help it needs in Kenya childhood cancer. So
and the body bank thing you talked about.
And the body bank, yes.
Very
And to open a body bank, yes. And that too.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I want to see myself. And living on my own, guys. I need to move out of home, please. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. My last question to you. Actually, before I ask my last question, where can people find your book and purchase it and engage with you and your work?
Okay, so people can find my book from me. Yes. They can find me on Facebook, Nadine Motshegwa, or Nadine Charlene Motshegwa. I have 2 accounts because the first one got hacked, but I got it back.
Yeah.
Yes. Instagram, only with Nadine. TikTok, Twitter. Yeah. I can give you guys my number also.
For sure.
Yes, it's 75-362-353. This is not my personal number.
Yeah.
It's the business number, so I'm gonna go high.
Trading hours.
Yes.
Trading hours. Call during trading hours.
And then there's the Facebook page, Diary of a Cancer Survivor also, where people can just hit me up and
All right.
Yeah.
My last question to you is, how do you want to be remembered as Nadine?
How do I want to be remembered? As a fighter, as a person that inspired many, as a person who changed people's outlooks on life. I want to be remembered as someone who made you appreciate the small things in life, made you be kind to others. Yeah. And also be remembered as the founder of Docs.
For sure,
Yes.
for sure. Beautiful, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nadine Motshegwa. You just had her story. We just tipped the iceberg, to be honest. Make sure you get a copy of her book. You will love it. Make sure you engage with her work. You will love it. But without further ado, we'll meet same time, same place next week. And don't forget to be great.